Friend at the End, written by Stephen Downes. Exterior Golden Gate Bridge, day. With worn-out clothes and a worn-out face, Blake looks over the edge at the violent waters 200 feet below. People pass, bikes pass, cars pass. Blake looks at a nearby sign. Crisis counseling. There is hope. Make the call. The consequences of jumping from this bridge are fatal and tragic. Blake closes his eyes and takes a breath, allows himself to feel the cold wind on his face one last time. His hands clench on the rail. David stops by Blake's side.
Takes about 5 seconds, if that's what you're thinking. 75 miles per hour by the time you hit the water, and at that speed you might as well be hitting concrete, or at least that's what they say. Of course, if you hit concrete from 200 feet, you're dead. No question about it. But depending on how you hit the water, there's no guarantee.
David pulls a packet of cigarettes from his pocket and goes about filling his lungs.
You might break your legs and drown, or break your neck or your back. There's about a 5% chance you might even survive. You think things are bad now. How's eating your meals through a straw sound? Smoke?
No.
Smart. Smart choice. These things will kill you. Too soon, huh?
Look, I don't know who you are, but
Name's David, and you are?
doesn't matter.
Well, I get that what you're trying to do, but do you really think telling me your name's going to change things?
It's Blake, all right? Now would you please just leave me alone?
Well, I don't think that's what you want.
Of course it's what I want.
Well, you've been standing there for the last 20 minutes. If you really wanted to do it, I think you'd have done it already.
So you're one of these people who just walk up and down the beach, the bridge all day, waiting for their chance to save someone?
No. Unfortunately for you and me, this is all just a matter of bad timing.
Well, I'm not holding you here. You can go.
I can't go. Not now.
This doesn't concern you.
Well, that's not entirely true.
I'm going to say this one more time. Maybe you can understand.
I stood there, right there once, about a year ago, almost to the day. My husband had some troubles, namely alcohol, but he hadn't met a drug he didn't like either.
Let me guess.
You're not going to let me tell my story.
Fentanyl.
Well, that's a given, but
And you're left alone, depressed. You come out here to end it, but you had a change of heart. Now you want to tell everyone about your silver lining, like it makes you special.
I actually made it over the edge.
Bullshit.
Oh, didn't hit the water. Goddamn suicide net got me.
David stabs out his cigarette and flicks it over the edge, watches it clip the suicide net structure that runs below.
I mean, they call it a net, but it's steel, 20 feet below, which means it's just as far enough to break your ankles and your foot in 3 different places when you land. You feel that amount of pain. Climbing the rest of the way over ain't as easy as you might think.
Well, maybe that was your sign.
I don't believe in signs. I just didn't know what I was doing. Didn't realize the net had no give.
Well, thanks for the heads up. I'll keep it in mind.
6 surgeries and about a year's worth of physical rehabilitation. I can just about walk like a normal person again.
A police officer gets out and approaches.
So unless you can afford the health care, which I'm going to guess you can't, you might want to reconsider this.
Thing all right here? Got a couple of concerned phone calls.
Oh, everything's fine, officer. Just two boys having a moment. But thank you. Oh, he'll circle back. They always do.
You could have just.
Well, I know I could have, but the last thing you want is you getting arrested. You're young and you've got your whole life ahead of you.
Don't give me that shit. My life's a fucking misery.
What age are you? 25? You don't even know what misery is. Trust me.
You don't know anything about me.
You're barely out of college. How bad can it be?
I've been coming here every week for the last 6 months.
6 months? Please. 6 months is nothing. Try every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 3 years. Then come back and talk to me about misery.
What is this, a competition?
I came here for 3 years before I finally worked up the courage to do it. And then, that goddamn net. But now I'm back on my feet, and this is supposed to be my day, and I'm not going to let you ruin this.
Your day.
Yes, my day. You said it yourself. You've been coming here for 6 months trying to do this, and today's just another day of contemplation before you eventually decide to go home and come back again next week.
No, I'm going to do it.
You're not going to do it. I've seen that look. I've had that look. But I know what it takes, and this is my day.
I'm not stopping you. There's a mile's worth of bridge to choose from.
This is dead center. This is the spot. Everybody knows that.
So go to the other side.
No. No one jumps from the other side.
What does it matter what side?
The city's on this side, so it's more poetic on this side. That you're probably too young to even understand what the poeticism is.
You think I care what's poetic?
I'm trying to have a meaningful death, and I'm not going to have that ruined by someone who doesn't even appreciate the significance of this bridge.
Well, if you've got time to worry about that, things are not that bad.
Look, you don't care, and that's fine, but we can't both jump today.
Why not?
Because if you go, a crowd will form and the police will be back, and there's absolutely zero chance that I'll be able to jump.
Well, that's your problem. You had your chance, now it's my turn.
Please, just let me do it. I can't take another day.
You can't take another day? Look at you. Nice shirt, nice hair, $100 pants. I mean, look at your watch. You think I can afford a watch like that?
You want the watch? Here, take the watch.
I don't want your watch.
Take the watch.
David shoves the watch into Blake's hand.
Sell it. Buy yourself something nice.
Told you,
Blake tosses the watch into the water.
I don't want the watch.
I can't believe you did that. That was a $2,000 watch.
Yeah, well, maybe if I don't hit the water right, I can bring it back for you.
That was his watch. He loved that watch.
I didn't. You know, what did you try and give it to me for? You don't even know me, and you're trying to give me your dead husband's watch.
I'm sorry, but I'm not exactly in my best frame of mind right now.
David leans over, trying to spot the watch in the water.
You could have sold that. Made yourself some money. bought some food or some new clothes.
The last thing I need's money.
Everybody needs money, especially in this city.
Less money I have, the better.
Fentanyl.
When I'm desperate.
So, oxy when you're not.
I kept myself on the 40s for a year, even though after 3 months I wanted more. Well, not even that I wanted more, I needed more. But I knew then it'd be the 60s next, and then the 120s after that. Those fucking pills, man.
I know.
You know how they work?
I know how they work.
Literally, fucking chemically designed to hook people. Designed to make you need more and more, and you fucking hurt every day like you can't even imagine.
I know. I know.
You know? So all that about your husband.
All true. But I quit and he never did.
And yet you're still here, looking over the edge.
But I had a life, and it was better, much better for a long time. So I know you can have that.
No,
You can.
I can't, all right? I can't. You don't know what I've had to do.
No, I don't.
And don't try to tell me it'll be okay, because it won't be okay. I tried to tell myself that tomorrow's going to be better, that it'll be different.
Behind Blake and David, the police patrol car reappears.
But it's never different. It's always the same, and just when you think it can't get any worse, it finds a way to get worse. And I'm fucking tired. I'm sick, and I'm so fucking tired.
Of course you are. You're trying to do all of this on your own. Do you have any idea how hard it is just to live that way? Most people couldn't do it. Not as long as you have or I have. Most people would be standing right here inside of the first week of living like you do. You don't have to be alone in this. You could write this off as another in a long list of bad days, and we could take a walk off this bridge together.
The officer gets out of the car.
If you think this is going to stop me, I'll just come back tomorrow.
Well, that's tomorrow. I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about today.
Guys, I'm going to have to ask you both to take a step back, all right?
What do you say, Blake?
Everything all right?
Well, everything's fine, officer. Just enjoying the view.
The officer looks skeptically at Blake and David.
We're just about to take a walk.
David and Blake look to one another, then turn and start their long walk across the bridge, through the clouds of the bay, and back to the city.